All right, what's up, guys? Captain Rick Stanczyk here at Bud and Mary's. It's June 15th. We got a little fishing report for you, walking around the dock. There's some offshore boats out today, some inshore guys as well. Wasn't a super busy day, but busy enough. Weather's been nice. We've had a little bit of south wind, coming from the ocean, blowing inshore. Sometimes that's not all that great for the backcountry fishing, but from what I've heard, the fish have actually been biting pretty good. And the wind's not been really honking, but just enough to at least keep you cool. So we'll see what's going on. We'll go talk to a few of the guys and see what's happening. We're here with Captain Brooks on the Provider. Looks like the ocean was providing today. What was biting out there today, Brooks?
We've got a few mahis. I think we ended up with 9 or 10. A lot of little ones out there we had to weed through, which a lot of fun to catch, but can be frustrating at times when you're trying to put dinner together. But we caught those and tried for some tunas. Ended up catching one at the end of the day. That we did a little deep dropping and caught a few tilefish as well. So
Gotcha.
all in all, it turned out to be a pretty good day, but a little difficult at times.
Mixed bag action. It's always nice to be able to mix it up. That's one thing Alabama is known for. So looks like they got plenty of dinner though.
Yeah.
Nice job out there today.
Oh, thanks.
Looks like they got a few nice jacks out there on the water damage. They catch those offshore, fishing on the humps and stuff down on the bottom. Sharks love to eat them, but sometimes you can muscle them up. Good eating too. Looks like he's cleaning a few nice ones over here. How was the bait out there today?
Hit and miss.
Hit and miss?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Gotcha.
It's been tough, back and forth. Some days it's good, and some days it's no good.
They get nicer sized pilchards, out front this time of year. Same thing in the backcountry right now. The bait's real hit and miss. Some days it's easier just to kind of go without it, but you're always taking a gamble if you're going to be able to produce or not. If the fish, are being a little finicky, it definitely helps to have that live bait. So sometimes you're just caught in the middle, whether to waste time looking, for bait, spend a lot of time doing that, or just get right to fishing early when you might still have a shot getting fish to bite early on shrimp or, artificials or things like that. But, you got to just make a choice and go with it.
Just got in. We had one lady angler today, and she made it happen. Caught 9 dolphin, 1 off her limit. Stopped at the reef. Caught her yellowtail snapper limit. She got 10 of those. She got a good mixed bag. A lot of fish showing up out there these days.
That's awesome.
Yeah, a lot of short ones, but there's some nice fat ones that are showing up too.
Cool. One lady caught all those.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. One lady angler. She did all the fishing herself. She was awesome.
She gonna eat it all too?
Oh yeah.
She'll be eating for a few days.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
This is their second trip out of 2. The other person that was with her couldn't come today, so
Gotcha.
they were here 2 days. They got 27 mahi and 10 or 12 snappers. Life is good.
There you go. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
No sir.
Awesome. All right. That's Captain Aaron on the Buzz On. You did a good job out there today.
Thanks guys. Have a great day.
You guys fish with Captain Brandon today?
We did.
Awesome. How was it out there?
It was unbelievable. I mean,
Yeah?
he does everything he can to put you on fish. So
He's known for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice
And,
job. What'd y'all catch?
we had a great time. Triple tail, I think we caught a snook or 2, and some jumped off a really big tarpon.
Yeah.
Had a great day.
What about
Awesome.
yesterday?
We caught all the fish out of the whole ocean.
Yeah.
So like we caught a lot of fish yesterday. So
Nice.
Today just wasn't the best day for catching fish, but yesterday, where he put us, if we put a hook in front of it, they bit it.
That's awesome. Yeah, well, can't be Christmas every day.
Right.
That's right. That's
So,
right.
so to sum it up, yesterday was kind of the quantity day. We just wanted to kind of break them in, just get the rods tagged. We caught a ton of snooks, almost every single cast, whether you hooked it or lost it.
We did a lot of losing, but
Right.
he put us in the right spot.
Yeah.
We probably caught, what do you guys think, like 15 triple tails yesterday?
Yeah,
Caught a keeper.
yeah.
At least
And,
15.
And then today we kind of went more for the quality versus quantity. We spent about 3/4 of the day looking for tarpon. We jumped off a big one. Kind of hard to get lined up on them. We had a hard south wind into the current. But then for the last bit of the day, we just got the rods back. We caught a handful of triple tails, and then we made our way home. But today is kind of the day to search for that quality fish, where yesterday we just went through a bunch of quantity. And that's
Yeah.
what you can get when you do 2 days of fishing. You have options to go for multiple different things.
We
Yeah.
probably had, I'll bet we had more fun both days than anybody else out there.
Hey, that's all that matters.
Absolutely.
This dude gets
Great
it done.
time. Great
This dude
time.
gets
Everybody
it
go
done.
with me.
So,
Book Bean.
Cool, thank you.
Yeah, man, absolutely. I had fun
Appreciate
too, man.
Yeah.
I had a
Sounds
blast.
good. All right, nice job out there, boys. Glad y'all had a good time.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. I think we made it back to my house in Aiken, South Carolina
Before we had already
Like,
talked about coming
yeah.
back and booking again.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
awesome.
like it was already
Yeah.
planned in our mind.
And we're like,
Goliaths,
okay, well,
cobias.
okay, forget doing anything else. Like we're going out with Bean for 2 days.
I think the great thing about down here is that you find yourselves multiple times a year saying, well, this is one of my favorite times of the year. Because they're like,
Right.
oh, we're right now, it's like
They're
free-floating
all your
triple
favorite
tails,
time of
Right.
year.
and tarpon on the beach, and like snooks on the beach. And
Yeah,
like,
it's that constant
favorite-
turnover.
And then all of a
Yeah.
sudden, it like comes here, comes fall, like, catching big muttons on the patches,
Yep.
and you're like, oh, it's my favorite time of year. And then, oh, well, then here comes, like, when you catch the cobias and the permits, like, oh, well, this is my favorite time of year. And it's like,
We hooked up on some triple tails and just had the whole school of them beside the boat, and you're
that was
looking
crazy
down,
when it happened.
yeah, you're looking down and you got not just fish you're
A
seeing.
whole cloud.
You
You
got
just
a
reeling
cloud
one
of triple
You just reeling one
Yep.
triple tail, and I looked down, I was like, oh my god! And there's like 20 of them.
We're talking
laid
20
on,
fish
that
plus,
came
yeah.
up behind that one fish, clouded up next to the boat.
All right, we got Captain Mike Walter here. He fishes in one of our bay boats here, which is great if you got 3 or 4 anglers want to get out in the backcountry with a little bit larger group. What was biting out there today, Mike?
Yeah, so we started off this morning catching some live bait. We caught a tarpon, jumped another tarpon off. Then we ran back in the backcountry and caught our limit of big snappers on live bait. And I think we ended up catching, how many Goliaths did we catch, guys?
How about 5?
5 or 6 Goliath groupers.
Awesome, cool.
And
So
we made it back.
There you go. That's always a plus. There was some bait around.
There was a little bit. It was a struggle. Had to leave real early and put in the extra work, but it paid off for us.
I got you. Here, we'll take a look at the bait. Yeah, so you can see those little baits, these are small pilchards, which we like in the bay and the backcountry. You can see how much smaller they are than those big pilchards they were dumping out earlier. But that's the bait we like for back there. We catch everything on those guys, and it's nice when you can get them this time of year. All right, looks like my brother's boat, the Broad-Minded, they had some nice little variety pack here. Nice mutton snapper, Lee's cleaning there.
Tiles,
Tile
more in the
fish,
bucket, a few mahis.
few mahis and snowy grouper.
Yeah, one snowy grouper, our one and only snowy we're allowed.
There we go. Awesome. Little mixed bag. Did you do any deep dropping, or today was more?
Yeah, we just did the snowies and tiles, and then
Yeah.
came into the wreck. The guy really wanted to catch a mutton, so we got him a bucket list mutton.
Gotcha. Awesome.
Just trimming him up for him so he can eat it for the first time.
All right, so we're standing behind the tan man here, Captain Matt Davis. He's had something unusual the last couple of weeks here. He caught 2 blue marlin, which is pretty cool. We don't catch a whole lot of marlin here in Islamorada, but every once in a while we get one. So to get 2 in the span of 2 weeks is pretty unusual. He sent us some cool footage of this fish, one of them. Check it out. Pretty awesome to see here. Really nice catch and really something special.
Yeah, so the people walked up behind the boat. They said they wanted meat for the day and said they wanted to go offshore dolphin fishing. We'd recommended starting on the reef just to get something in the box before we headed offshore. We stopped and caught some yellowtails and some mutton snappers. Made our way offshore at about 9 o'clock and set some lures out in about 350 feet and started tugging offshore. And 15 minutes later, the rigger came down and we had something taking a lot of line. We weren't quite sure what it was yet until we finally came up jumping. And we knew what we had. We were all excited. Everyone was happy and let the fish settle down finally after 5 or 8 minutes of going crazy on top and taking a lot of line, and finally went straight down on us. And an hour later, we had winched him back up boat side and got some good pictures and got a measurement. Customers ended up mounting the fish and putting them up on the wall. And we finished the day with a handful of dolphin the rest of the day, but everyone was super excited about the big catch of the blue. So everything from there was a bonus. We got in a little early that day and everyone was happy.
All right, so here we have some catches from Captain Jake Turek. He's one of our inshore guides. He runs a smaller Hells Bay, does a lot of sight fishing and stuff, but they got some nice tarpon this week, big fish still, nice permit, and some snook in the backcountry too. So he does a little bit of everything, but if you like to fly fish, sight fish, that kind of thing, he's definitely a good guy to go with, but he can do a little bit of everything else too. And so we also have Captain Nate Blackburn, also one of our inshore guides, who also has a smaller skiff and does some sight fishing as well, but also a little bit of everything. Looks like they got into some nice little permit and bonefish. So that's 2/3 of a slam right there. So that's pretty cool. Looks like they got offshore as well with some mutton snapper, probably on the patches or maybe close into the bay. And we get some muttons around the bridges sometimes in the summer tarpon fishing, so that's always a nice bonus when you're doing that. Barracuda, which are lots of fun on light tackle. You catch those, you know, in the bay, but they also catch them on the flats, you know, sometimes when they're looking for bonefish. Another fun fish to catch. You know, if you're not seeing a lot of bonefish and you see those, might as well throw at them. So pretty cool. Big Goliath grouper at the bridge. Once in a while you'll hook into a big grouper. A lot of times they rock you up because they're living in, you know, structured and stuff down there. But sometimes you get lucky, get them up to the boat. So pretty cool. Nice Goliath grouper there. Tarpon as well. And some nice trout, which that's always good bay fishing if you're looking for something to eat back there. Catching trout on artificials in the bays in the summertime is usually a fun thing to do if you got kids, little kids, people that don't fish a lot. It's simple fishing and it's a lot of fun and it's good eating, so that's awesome. All right, and here we have some nice fish caught with Captain Corey Nelson this last week. He always gets really nice pictures. Looks like some nice permit they caught there. That's really cool. There's been a fair amount of permit around this year, and guys fishing the flats, especially close to home here, have been getting shots at them. So really cool to see some of those caught. And also a little video clip of a nice tarpon his anglers got. Pretty cool. Put on a good show and always fun to catch. And the fishing report is brought to you by Owner Hooks. Some of my favorite hooks. We've used them for years and years. We sell them right at Bud and Mary's. They're some of the sharpest, strongest hooks you'll find for fishing. Catch everything from tarpon and snook and snappers to marlin and swordfish and big things offshore on them. So if you need a good strong hook you can depend on, always go with Owner. Thanks for watching. Looks like fishing was okay. Offshore guys, you know, like they said, there's a lot of fish out there, a lot of little ones you gotta weed through them to find your keepers. But with little patience and persistence, you can get them. But there's also lots of things going on. Still some muttons on the reef, jacks if you're dropping off the humps out there, snappers, yeah, lots of options down here. Backcountry sounds like it's been pretty good too. Tarpon, snook, snappers, some permit in the last week too. So lots of stuff going on. Summertime fishing in full swing here. So come on down to Bud and Mary's. And if you haven't yet, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Give it a thumbs up.